Hello and welcome back to Fairhead and our As Real As It Gets series. So, in the previous episode, we started work on Proseed. Now, it's raining. Raining is not good because we need to seed in that field there. And if the ground is wet, we will get scuppered because we have the mud mod on. Well, it says sun's on the way, but we're still going to have to wait 10 minutes for it to dry out, unfortunately. Alright, here is how we get into this field. There we are. It says the ground is perfectly dry at the minute, but I bet it won't be after a little while. Yep. Here it's squelching. How can it be perfectly dry if it's squelching? So, I've learned a little bit more about Proseed, so I'm very happy to be using that. I think we'll use it on a semi-automatic mode this time, which I think will be really, really good. We've got a lot of grass fields that are also ready to cut, which is good because we also need hay. Yeah, most of our grass fields, if not all of them, are ready to cut. However, once again, we cannot do that in the rain. Don't know why it's telling me that the ground is perfectly dry. Because it definitely isn't. Right, we will be putting wheat seed in again. I wonder if I could start prepping the seeder while we're waiting for the rain to dry out. Waiting for the ground to dry out. Just double check the cows have got some food. No, they don't. They've eaten all the food. How have they eaten all the food? There's only 13 of them. Right, well, we haven't got any food for them, so... I mean, they will have silage. The silage is now ready. We could start loading the silage in for them. But, I'm sure I bought a bucket. Didn't I buy a bucket? Well, first of all, let's jump in here and we'll get the forage wagon out of the way. Oh, that's a terrible angle. What am I doing? Oh, look. Our other field has germinated. We can go and have a look at the tram lines as well. Right, if I pull it forward over here... Oh, hang on. No. I can back it up against the wall and then it will just be out the way anyway, won't it? And I'll still have access to the tractor. Just using the mirror there. That should be nicely out the way there as I get out into the wall. And there we go. In fact, that can stay here as well. Question is, did I buy a bucket? And if so, where it is? Where it is? Where is it? Ah, here it is. Excellent. So I did buy a bucket. Right. Let's use the fent to pull this out the way, the mixer out the way, because there's nothing we can do with the mixer at the minute. Oh, what a miserable, miserable day. Sunshine on the forecast, but obviously not at the minute. Right, that's that hooked up. Now where to put this? It is a very tight yard. It's not the easiest. Straighten that up a little bit. Oh, careful of the Massey Ferguson. And we'll back it up into here. Oh, straight into the building. What am I doing? That'll do nicely. Right. Connect up the bucket, which is over there. I'm not even sure if the cab fits under this bit. Just about. There we go. Okay. When's this rain going to end? This is ridiculous. We'll ignore that. Right, so they're just going to have silage for now then. A 1,000 litres at a time. Right, let's have a look. Yep, 1,000 litres of base food. Well, it's as good as I can do at the minute, I'm afraid, cows. That's all we've got. I could buy some hay, but I really don't want to when I've got fields of grass fully grown. Right, I shall carry on doing this, get the cows fed, and then hopefully I will see you when the rain has stopped. Right, well, I've given the cows 14,000 litres of silage. That should keep them going for a little bit at least. Let's go and have a look at our tram lines. The rain is due to stop at 11 o'clock. Still says the ground is perfectly dry. That's odd. It really is. Because it's certainly not perfectly dry. So, we have got tram lines. They look good, actually. Apart from the bits that are sort of filled in. Quite impressed with those. I think we've done all right. Well, it'll need spraying next. However, we're not ready to do that yet. We will do that when we do the other field as well. But yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. I really am. Well, it should be good. Anyway, wait out the rain, and then when the ground has stopped squelching underfoot, we will get on with seeding the other field. Okay, so it's now 20 past 11. The rain has now stopped. We'll bring the seeder out and we'll get it topped up with seed. Because we do need to do that. Let's get it lifted up. There we go. Very careful taking it out of here. Yep, okay. So, to lower it down, and then open it up. There we go. So we need some more wheat seed in there. We are doing wheat again. I am going to turn some of the grass fields into arable fields as well. They're not all going to be arable. But, oh, sorry, they're not all going to be grass. All the grass that we've currently got is not going to stay. Okay, let's get the bag lifter hooked up. There we go. Alright, the rest of this needs to go in, and then one more, I reckon. There we go. One more should do it nicely. Need to be a bit more careful around the yard. Keep such a tight yard, that's the trouble. Okay, let's bring that out the shed. There we go. And then get it lifted up over the cedar. There we are. It should take all of this bag, maybe not, I don't know. Oh, that's close, isn't it? It nearly took all the bag. It's a shame that I can't have the seed add-on and interactive bag control at the same time. It really is. Okay. Right, let's move this out of the way. Probably need to turn around somehow in there. So that'll do nicely. And get this all closed up. There we are. Get it lifted up. And then we will drive through. Now, can I use the mirrors to do this? Not very easily. Let's get it back through here. Extremely carefully. I really could move that tyre at some point. Right. Good. Right. Now this yard is probably big enough for me to turn around in, I hope. Ah, and I did say I was going to use the front weight, wasn't I? Right. Let's go and get the Massey Ferguson and get the weight off it. Okay, if I drop it down here. We'll go and pull the pin out, take it off. We just need to move this out of the way. That'll do nicely. And then we can go and fit it to here. Remembering to lift it up again. Okay, so we'll get up to the field and then we'll just have to wait a little bit for it to dry out, I believe. I hope this seed is going to fit through these gateways. Didn't measure it or anything. Seems to be alright at the minute. Okay. Fit it through this one. Good. Okay, let's bring that panel up there. Right, so turn fertilizer off because we don't have fertilizer anyway. It's got a 4 meter working width and we do semi-automatic. We have got a 24 meter seeder, sprayer. Sorry, not seeder. That just turns on and off whether the tracks are visible. Yeah, we're going to have to leave, obviously, a route from the gateway into the field with the sprayer. But yeah, essentially, it'll probably be sort of like just 2 tram lines. Right, let's check the ground. The ground is still slightly damp. Yeah, okay, well, we'll wait it out for a bit. It's 10 minutes of gameplay, as far as I'm aware, to dry the ground out, which is quite cool, because it's not based on how fast you've got the time going, it's based on actual real lifetime. Yes, I'm glad the seeder fit through the gateways. That's really good. So, while we're waiting, let's have a look at grass field, shall we? So we own that one there, that one there, that one there, all 3 of which are fully grown. This one over here as well, which is, it says ready to harvest. Yes, it's also fully grown. This one over here, with the little bit of add-on here as well. I think all of which are fully grown, to be perfectly honest. Yep, all of which are fully grown. So, question is though, which one do I want to turn into a arable field? Or which ones, I should say, do I want to turn into an arable field? And I think this big one here would be absolutely great as an arable field. The access point is over here. This field up here could be accessed through the farmyard, but that's gonna have to stay grass. That'll stay grass. I think this one over here might be a nice arable field as well, as will this one up here. But yeah, we're gonna get, well, we probably won't get them all done this year, but we'll get crops put in. Now this one does have a wet patch down here. That's the only trouble. Although it does say the ground is perfectly dry, which I'm not entirely convinced about. Ah, it says the ground is perfectly dry here as well now, so fantastic. Let's turn off our drone. And we can start getting into the field. Right then, so switch it on. Lower it down. Oh, it's already gone to track 2. Why is it already gone to track 2? We want it on track 1. There we go. And we are seeding. Fantastic. This is good. Yeah, with a 24-meter working width sprayer, it's not... Yeah, we've got quite a wide range of sprayability there. So that's really good. Yeah, so with semi-automatic mode, the track will change based on how many times I lift up and put down the seeder. Now, like I said, we want to create a nice input from the field, or from the gate, I should say, into the field to do a headland. But yeah, it reckons 6 tracks. Now, actually, for the headland, it's 3 tracks. Because we only have half the sprayer hanging over the edge of the field. I might be better doing this on manual mode, to be perfectly honest. As long as I've got the seeder selected and not the harrow, then we'll be fine. Then I can automatically put in the tram lines. Well, this being the first time around the field anyway, we don't have to worry about that. So, I shall switch to a time lapse and we will get this field done. Okay, so this is where we need to stop and start putting in the tram lines. So I need to make sure that I've got the seeder selected, which I have now. And we need to press Control R, and as you can see, the tram lines have appeared here on the Proseed interface. So we go back to selecting the harrow, put that down, and then we should see the tram lines appear. We do, in the field. Now obviously a real farmer wouldn't have seeded across 2 of the headlands before putting in the tram lines, but I at the minute can't think of a better way to do it. I will do some research and we will find out the best ways to do it, but at the minute it's not that way. So I hope this gives us enough room for the boom on the outside. It should do, with it being a 24-meter width. This is just under 12 meters to the end. We want to make sure the entire field is covered, so we can be hopeful here. Unfortunately, I may well have the wrong sized seeder for this, but you're not going to fit anything bigger through the gate. It's possible that we could get a smaller sprayer, but we shall see. Probably going to get caught on those trees, I would think. I'll have to go and fill in those gaps on the corners afterwards. Now I reckon that a set of tram lines straight down the middle will be enough for this field. That's me just sort of estimating it. So that's what we shall do. Right, I'll pick that up, turn off the tram lines, and then we'll go and fill in those gaps around the edge. and fill in the bit in the middle as well. Just to the thought, I should be putting in tram lines down this one, shouldn't I? Really? So, let's select tram lines. We will start off on here. And then put them down to join into the main track. There we go, and then when we get up the top here we can join onto the other track. We join on it round to the left, then once we are done spraying then we can just head straight back down to the gate. Get the rear wheels lined up, there we go. That's probably a little bit messy, but I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. Oh, just bounced and deleted a tram line. Well, I think that's mostly alright. We'll find out when we do the spraying. Right, we'll get the rest of this finished and then we'll catch up. And there we go, that's this field all done. We can head back over to the gate and start heading out. Very tight on the gate here. So, there we go. Right, as we are extremely low on cow food, I think we're going to have to get a cut of grass done in this episode as well. That gate closed. Hopefully that'll germinate all right and we'll have our tram lines in place. But we need to try. Alright, get that through the gate. Now we have got a bit of maintenance to do on this, but I think we'll leave that until later. We saw that in the last episode. Oh, crikey! Oh, there's a building. We saw that in the last episode, how we could do with some maintenance and topping up the grease as well. We also need to take the seed out of it actually, so we'll do that now. Not enough space, it says. Right, so get that folded back up so we can get it through the gap into here. We'll have to shift the bags with the Massey Ferguson. There we go. A couple of wheat bags out of it. while we're here, actually, we will also need to wash it. So let's do that. There we go, all cleaned and washed. Excuse me, bag. So yeah, we will need to get the mower on. Now, if we look at the food overview, the animal food overview, we can see in cows how conditioned grass actually covers, in fact, or even fresh grass. No, conditioned grass covers all food groups. So it will be definitely worth just getting some conditioned grass bales sorted and done. We're going to pick the biggest field and we're just going to go for it. I'm going to need this tractor for the baler, but we can definitely mow with a smaller tractor. Oh, hang on. We want to refill the grease on this before we start, don't we? Right. There we go. That's the grease done on this. It doesn't half use grease quickly, I tell you. I don't think other things use it quite so quickly, but we'll see. It's all part of the learning curve. Okay. Let's disconnect that now. We might as well leave that there for a minute. Right. Let's get the Doisfar hooked up to the mower. I think it's accessible. Yes, it is at the back here. We'll get it mowed. Hopefully we've got a conditioner on the mower. I think we have. And then we'll just need to row it up and bale it. Now I don't know whether there's crop destruction on the grass. If there is, I'd be better to get a front mower as well. We shall see. Quite a big mower, so I'm hoping it shouldn't take too long. As for which field to do, probably 96, I would think, which is the one accessible around the other side. So we're going to get on and get that cut and sorted. Then we're going to try and get our giant windrower through, and then it'll be time to bale, and those bales will then be paired up into threes, and we can pick them up with the bale grab, which we'll need the weight for, so probably end up doing that next time. It's a lot of work to do. I need to get all the way around here to the gate to start with. Here we are. Now, have we got a conditioner? We do have a conditioner. Switch conditioner on. There we go. So that means we won't have to TED it at all. Alright, big question is, do we have crop destruction on grass? I would hope not. We don't. Good. That's great news. We can get this unfolded. Ah, we do have slip destroys fields though, so we have to keep an eye on that. So the last thing we want is to have too many holes in the fields where we've slipped the wheels. Wait, that rhymes. Anyway, like I said, we need to get on with this now. Get this all done. Oh, crikey. Something solid there. We'll go around the outside first, and then we'll start going around the opposite direction. But yeah, this should be a good amount of bales off this field, I think. I feel like potentially this windrower might be a little bit too big for these fields. Certainly too big for the yard. So I might look at downsizing at some point. Because, yeah, like I say, it is big. It's very big. Although it's going to make this next job a lot quicker. We are going to have to get hooked up to the baler with the New Holland. There we go. That's not it. Right. Yes, these bags are probably in the way as well. One thing at a time, though. Where did I put the New Holland? Is it still in here? It is. But we have disconnected it, so let's get it fired up. Connected up to the baler. It's the only tractor we've got with enough horsepower for the baler and the bale collector. Right, let's get that hooked up. There we are. The back one's already hooked up, which is fantastic. And we are good to go. We have a slight issue. And that we need to bring out the twine. Right, let's leave that there for a second. We'll get the Massey Ferguson. And we'll get the twine brought out. Need the pallet forks there, which are in here. There we go. one pallet of twine should be plenty for today's jobs. We have got 2 pallets in here. But yeah, like I said, 1 pallet will be absolutely fine for today. Get this pallet out here. Okay. This is going to be tight. Usually I would have backed the baler into here, but as it's all connected up at the minute, it's going to be a bit tricky. Okay, so if we leave that there, squeeze through the gap. Now, if we get the baler lined up to here, how do we need to unfold? Okay, so it's not unfold. Do I need to bring that a little bit closer for it to trigger it? Or do I need to drop it and leave it? Possibly. Squeeze through the gap here. Right, we need to change the bale size anyway to 240. How do I fill it up with twine though? That's the big question. First you need to fill the tool. Yes, I know. How do I do it? Aha! Right, okay, that's... should not have done that. Okay, right. That's better. Let's fill it up. Now I know it can take at least a whole crate of this, so that's fine. And then we will get on with getting over to the field. I don't know how quickly it uses the twine, but we'll find out. I'm really hoping it works with MaizePlus. Can't see why it wouldn't. Right. That's that filled up. So let's now head over to the field and we can start baling, I hope. I really hope. Okay. Got a big train here. Crikey! What happened there? We're going at 4,000 miles per hour, 5,000 miles per hour, 6,000 Well, I'll be honest. I did not expect that. Well, that was extremely unrealistic. Let's try and get us back to the map. Oh, good lord. What is wrong? This is not okay. Why is this happening? Middle of the field? Nope. Okay, that's gonna... Right. Yep. We're... I see. Well, that was certainly a bit of a surprise. I guess we'll try that again. Right, so I've managed to get it into the field. Hopefully we don't have any more issues like that. So, I'm going to unfold the baler. Unfold the collector. Right, so the collector is now unfolded. I think I need to select the baler again. Baler doesn't seem to want to unfold, but it seems to want to work. So we're gonna go around and start collecting up the grass from here. There we go. So it does seem to be baling up the conditioned grass, which is fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted. And the grass bales are coming out the back. Conditioned grass bales are coming out the back. Can't see any twine disappearing just yet. It says 72% full. 71% full, so it is disappearing. Okay. So this should drop them off in 3 side by side, so we can use our bale grab to pick them up, and the first 3 can go straight into the cow shed, and the rest can wait until tomorrow to be picked up. At the minute, it's looking good. We've got a bale unload mode of XXX, which means that they'll unload together. Don't know if we manually have to unload them or if they will unload automatically, but we will probably have to slow down so that it can. Yep, there we go. So those 3 are now unloaded together. And that is a decent amount for that short amount of time. So we're going to get on and get all these bales sorted. Hopefully we won't have another issue where we end up across the other side of the map. But who knows? I really hope we don't. It's not exactly in keeping with the realism. But I have seen that other people have had the same issue with this bale loader, or this bale collector, I should say. So I don't think it's specific to any other mod that I've got enabled. Wow, this tractor's working extremely hard here. Extremely hard. Right, I shall get on, and we will get back to you when we figured out how many bales we've got out of this field. Right then. that's all the bales done. We'll get this folded up. I think there's still 1 and a bit grass bales in there. If we get this back to the farm and get the Massey Ferguson, then we'll be able to pick up 3 bales today at least. I really do like how the grass field is a lovely golden colour after it's been cut as well. That's good. So I've got the front loader here with the bale grab. We're going to pick up 3 of the bales as they've been nicely arranged. Okay, let's just get in and pick these ones up here, I suppose. Ah, a little bit of slip there, which is destroying the field. That's not good at all. Okay, right. Anyway, let's get these picked up. There we go, 19,000 litres there. Oh dear. That is a bit heavy for this one. I might have to get... Oh dear. Oh, it's sinking. Oh yeah, okay. Right, let's see if we can bring it a bit closer to the... There. No, that is really sinking into the ground and ruining the field. Look at that. That's not good at all. Really not good at all. Right, when we get down the hill. When we get out the gate, that's going to be the big question. Oh, not good. Not good. Right, we are out the gate. Well, we'll have to transport them like this. I know we won't be able to see, but this is what we have to do. I'm a little bit gutted that that's going to ruin the rest of the field, so I think we're going to have to get a front loader on one of our larger tractors, which is a bit of a pain. But unfortunately it's going to be, it looks like it's going to be that way for picking bales up. It is 19,500 litres of bales, to be perfectly honest, so that isn't exactly the lightest it could be. Maybe we could get a front loader on the Doisfar as well. I mean, this tractor will still be extremely useful for getting in and moving things around the yard, because there's no way the Doisfar is small enough to do that. But yeah, I think we'll need to send the Doisfar down to the dealership maybe next time before we pick the rest of the bales up. Anyway, first things first, let's get these into here. And the cows can enjoy a nice feast of conditioned grass. We're not going to get them all in at once, are we? Right, so we release the bales. How do we do that? Grab bales is Y. Drop bales is Z. Okay. Drop the bales there. Maybe we'll just grab 2. Ah. Well, that's picked up 3, look. Like I said, we'll go with 2. That's better. And then we can just... Oh, well, I suppose we could just sort of push that one in, but... yeah, it's still quite heavy for it, look. There, well, that's them taking that one. Each of these bales is, what would it be? 6,500 litres each. There we go. Right, well, they've gone. Okay. Well, that is at least the cows fed a bit again. But that has been a very busy day. We're going to have to stop it there. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.